right.
All right, so this
So
review of Alien Romulus will be spoiler free. We know it just came out this weekend, so not a lot of people got to see it. I saw it last night. We actually, me and my family, we went to the drive-in to see it, so we didn't see it in a traditional cinema. We went actually, to a drive-in, so that brought back a lot of memories. Used to go a lot in the 80s, so that was pretty fun. It was
was it
my
packed though?
daughter's.
Was it packed?
No, it wasn't packed at all. See, that's what we were expecting.
Really?
So yeah, it was not packed at all. It
Okay.
was my daughter's first experience, pretty much, in being out in a drive-in like that. So, but yeah, we had a good time. We thought it was good. I loved it. Fede Alvarez, he brought a lot of the atmosphere and the tone to this film. He harkened back to a lot of what was going on in the first movie. Obviously, we won't spoil it and say what it was, but basically, the main antagonist is working on this planet. She has put in her time. She's ready to get off the planet because the planet, basically, the way it orbits, shows no sun at all. It's complete darkness all the time. So she's ready to go. And they won't let her go. They pretty much up her time, just like she was in prison. So she's got to work off more time to stay on this planet. So her and a bunch of her friends, they pretty much, find a way to, or at least concoct a way to get off of that planet and going where they want to go with as far as their final destination goes, where they can see sun, where they can see sunrises and things like that. So they have this idea to sneak on this derelict space station. The space station is abandoned, and the ultimate goal there is just basically to steal some pods so they can make the trip to this new planet that they want to go to. So, and it pretty much chaos reigns from there. So, but I liked it. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. There are some things that I really didn't like about the film, especially the ending. The ending was kind of
I've been hearing a lot of the same thing. The ending, the third act was a I don't want to say it was maybe it was a soft landing, not a good landing, but a few bumps, but still good. Also, I don't know if maybe you're too old for this shit. I don't know, Charles, but do you play video games or not really?
I do.
Yeah. You do? Okay. Have you ever played Alien Isolation?
Yes.
You did play it? Okay, good. They gave me a lot of vibe of Alien Isolation.
Yes, because if you notice about the game was pretty much structured around how the space stations look, all of that. So even the sound, the atmosphere, everything when the doors would open up, all of that good stuff. They had all that in the video game. So yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no. So I keep hearing that a lot of feel of Alien Isolation, also Dead Space. So it's like the Resident Evil, but of space.
Of space, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that finally they went back to basics when it comes to movie making, because this was an $80 million budget.
Yeah,
no A-listers at all.
What was it? The Creator. Yeah, it was like $86 million, something like that, and that was it. Yeah, but yeah, it was a movie. It was on a budget. They obviously had no like headliners, A-list actors in it, which helped with the budget, obviously, what we were talking about earlier. So, but yeah.
And there is, and not to spoil it, guys. There is a character from the previous movies. I won't say who, that shows up in the movie. So not to spoil it, you guys got to go watch it. But I'm gonna say that it ties in a lot of loose ends, and I appreciate Fede Alvarez for doing that. He stayed in the lore of what made this franchise a hit.
Exactly. So you're gonna hear. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, like I said, we won't spoil the major stuff that's in it. But yeah, he harkens back to those films and how they connect to each other. We won't say how they do, but go watch the film. It's definitely worth it. So yeah, like I said, they just the ending was kind of but
yeah. And also, this movie is already tracking to hit 100 million this weekend. Imagine that. A movie made under 100 million already making its money's worth just on the weekend. Amazing. You know, and I know another director who does movies under budgets. Do you, Charles?
Yeah, I think it's a his name starts with a Z and it ends with an S. Is that guy?
I believe
You talking about
so.
him, right?
I talk about, yeah, yeah. And you know what? That the man who created this franchise also went to art school and also does his storyboards. Imagine that. I see a pattern there. I don't know about you, but I see a
Well, yeah,
pattern.
I see the pattern is simply this: the hands that you don't need to do the work for you means that you keep that money in your pocket. That's basically what that means.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
he
Yep.
that means he's a man clearly dedicated to his job. People again keep saying, talk about him as a director all you want to, criticize his work all you want to, but the man's an artist. He's that before he's anything else. And people need to realize that that's why he's a visual storyteller, and that is why his films look the way they do. He went to art school. That's his bread and butter. That is his primary job, pretty much. He incorporated that into directing, and it shows. Clearly, it shows. So